Howdy everybody, Matt HIllyer again here at the Cadillac Barn. It's Guitar Talk once again, and this is where I kind of walk through my guitar collection and tell you about it, where I got them, why they're important to me. This guitar, man, there's a lot I'm going to say about this guitar. Number one would be obvious. This is an Epiphone ES295, which you know, over the years, I mean, Epiphone has made some great guitars, but they also have made some guitars that are kind of like a junior version of Gibson models, which are, you know, maybe not as fancy, not as well put together, maybe not as certainly not as expensive. I'll tell you that much. But this is the 295 is always been special to me, just because of I'm a huge fan of Scotty Moore, Elvis's guitar player. And he played a 295, and I always wanted one. And while I would love to have a real Gibson 295, and they're bigger than this. This is pretty cool because Steve Berg found it. I don't know whether it was on eBay or Craigslist or whatever, at a modest price, and he picked it up. And he brought it to me and said, "Hey, I want you to check this thing out, man. You should really think about buying it. It's not a lot of money." I didn't get it for a lot of money. So I was pretty stoked. I was like, man, that's cool. And I took it home, and I was really excited about it, playing on it all day. And my wife came home, and she you know, was having a day or whatever. And I said, honey, check out what Steve found. This is pretty cool. It's a pretty neat guitar. And she just basically said what, you know, a lot of wives would say in that situation. She's like, we really don't need another guitar here, and we can't really afford to buy another guitar. And so what I said at that point was, okay, don't worry about it. I put it back in the case. I said, you won't see it again. Now let me be clear about the wording that I used. I said, you won't see it again. And a few months later, some friends came into town, and their kids were hanging out at the house, and I was out doing a job or something like that. And she thought it would be neat to show them my guitars. Which, by the way, was a mistake anyway. Just they're not toys. Don't pretend they're toys and let the kids put their little hands all over them. But anyway, she went into the closet and she opened this case, and lo and behold, here was this guitar. And when I got home, I read the riot act naturally, and she said, "I thought you weren't going to buy that guitar." I said, "I didn't ever say that. I said you wouldn't see it again. So if you hadn't been looking around in my stuff, you wouldn't have seen it." I told the truth. And in my defense, I don't think any actual money exchanged hands. I think that maybe we traded out, Steve and I traded out some things that one thing was worth the amount of the guitar, and he was maybe even able to make some money off of it. But I wouldn't advise that approach, kids, if you're trying to happy wife, happy life. Just keep it above board. A little more about the guitar. These are some upgraded P90 style pickups, and that's really my favorite thing about this guitar is these P90 style pickups that just have a sound that is just warm, and it's great. And I always wanted the guitar with some of these pickups, especially since the first time I ever heard Jim Heath had a 50s. ES175 with the old P90s, and it just sounds so good. The pinstripe job I had done by Frank Palmer. It's just, I just love it. And he did the back, you can see here. Somebody before me was nice enough to put this little belt buckle rash here, which I still think is pretty cool. This is a trapeze style bridge, kind of like Scotty Moore had. This is a bridge off a Gretsch guitar. It's more of a two-pneumatic Gibson style bridge. But it's just a cool guitar. It sounds good. It plays good. It's just got that sound. I was able to play it on 1100 Springs Country Jam record on Rocket 88. And it just really came across the way I wanted it to. So yeah, here's what it sounds like. Scotty Moore style. All right, for this song right here, this song is called It Don't Mean a Thing to You. It's off our Straighter Line CD, released, I think, of 2000, something like that, 2001. I can't remember. They all run together after a while. We're all Epiphoned up in this particular segment. We got, this is the ES295 Epiphone, and it's kind of almost got me in trouble with the wife. But it's got the cool P90s, and of course it looks cool with the pinstriping by Frank Palmer. And this guitar right here, the Epiphone Excelente, courtesy of Jack Ingram. And we're going to do this song right here, Don't Mean a Thing to You. All right. 1, 2, 1. Well, I could run off with your mama, and it don't mean a thing to you. I could cause all kinds of drama, talk till my face turned blue. I could ride a magic carpet all the way to Timbuktu. But every stupid little thing that I do, it don't mean a thing to you. They say the St. Louis woman got a heart just like a stone. Me, I got a woman wants me to leave her alone. She got me turning backflips most every night and day. I call her on the telephone, she ain't got a thing to say. Well, I could beat up your dear old daddy, and it don't mean a thing to you. I take a walk to Cincinnati with a stone inside my shoe. And I could call up your old boyfriends just to tell them all what's new. But every stupid little thing that I do, it don't mean a thing to you. Hey! Well, I got you hanging on my arm, I feel about 10 feet tall. Then you open your mouth and it all goes south, and I'm feeling like nothing at all. And every time you got me thinking about buying a wedding ring, you do something that makes me say to hell with the whole damn thing. Well, I could run off with your mama, and it don't mean a thing to you. And I could cause all kinds of drama, talk till my face turned blue. I could ride a magic carpet all the way to Timbuktu. But every stupid little thing that I do, it don't mean a thing to you. Every stupid little thing that I do, it don't mean a thing to you.